less intense game potentially.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go London 32-16.
Fantastic. And the final game in the middle eight sees Huddersfield Giants taking on Fev Rovers. Both teams coming in off the back of defeats. However, you can't look past Huddersfield, really, can you, for this one?
Well, they'll be without Danny Brough, so that's probably a positive for them because he's been a disruptive force. I think the last time they started to look good was when he was out of the side.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think Huddersfield will win because you can't tip part-time against full-time in this. And if it was a complete one-off, but I don't think this is a complete one-off.
Yeah.
And from what I saw from Featherstone, they didn't really have enough in attack. And I don't know if McGilvery will be back for Huddersfield. This is doing my head in a bit.
See who's going to fall over the line for them this week.
But 28-14 I've picked for Huddersfield. I don't think it'll be comprehensive, but I think it will be a win.
I think it'll be comprehensive. I've gone 40 points to 12 in favour of the Giants. Championship Shield game of the week, Mark. What have you picked out for us?
Yeah, nothing really matched up any of the relegation candidates this week. So we'll look at the dress rehearsal for the Shield final and look at Bradford and Halifax. I'm going to go with your Bulls on home field. I sort of think, they want to show that they're not a laughing stock. And
a bit late for that, but all right.
A total laughing stock.
I think it's probably a shade late for that, but all right.
And also, they need to give some hope to the fans that there's a reason to keep going down to the club.
Yeah, cheap tickets for the remainder of the season is one of them. That was announced this week. I don't fancy it.
That's a Hail Mary, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's not going to work.
£15.
Remember last time they threw tickets away for free, and that sent them into another administration,
not free tickets. Not free tickets.
Basically free.
£5 off. Well, you've got to do. Yeah, well, you've got to get something through the door, and we're already basically in administration anyway. We've lost the last 4 against Halifax, and I suspect that might be that we've lost the last 5 come this time next week. Unfortunately, League One Super 8 game of the week. What have you grabbed for us?
Doncaster Toulouse. Doncaster are on the form side in the League One Super 8, I would say, looking for promotion, and Toulouse are obviously the best side. They didn't have a game this week because their game against London has been moved to the night before the Cup final. Anyone in London for that weekend might want to head over to where do they play? White Hart.
I don't know, it's a nice place, isn't it? It's like inside a lot of office buildings, isn't it?
No, that's like just a that they use for the one-off.
I thought that's where they played.
Festive game.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought that was where they played.
No.
Huh. Well, then I have no idea,
They play on an all-weather surface, don't they? I can't remember the name of the ground now off the top of my head. But
you'll find it. London's only little. Just ask around.
But I'm sure you can find it if you go looking.
Yes.
So I'm going to back to lose, though, because we're not even on that game anymore. Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I'm going to back to lose against Doncaster in this game, sorry.
Yeah, I think this team is so good that you might end up having to start calling them to win, to be honest with you. I've been waiting all season to do that. Okay, League One Shield game of the week. What have we got for us?
Oxford, in form resurgent Oxford against Newcastle, top of the Shield standings.
Yeah.
I'm going to pump for a Blues win.
The Blues played well last week by all accounts, but I think Newcastle might be too strong for them.
We'll see.
No, we will see. I'm just having a different opinion to you. What stands out for us in the NRL this week, Mark?
Well, obviously we're looking at the playoffs now, the top 8, and the biggest game with top 8 implications this weekend is West Tigers against the Gold Coast Titans, which is played on Saturday. So obviously these are two teams right on the cusp there, and the winner of this game gives himself a chance to leap back into the 8, so it's important for both sides. Raiders versus Storm on Monday, obviously that's 2 of the top sides. The top side against the third side, probably. I mean, the Storm are a machine, and the Raiders are great to watch with our 2 English boys in there.
Absolutely, should be a cracker, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Right, that is your Super League pod taken care of for the week. All that remains for us to do is to wrap up the show and award Tweet of the Week. Right, okay, we're coming towards the end of your 112th Super League pod. We've got the return of an old friend, Mark.
Tweet of the Week.
Tweet of the Week's back. Finally, someone's tweeted of the week worthy.
I like this one. It made me laugh when I saw it. I was, what was I doing? I was out at friends having tea.
Yeah.
When the final was on of the NRL Rookie.
Yeah.
But I watched it when I got home.
Yeah.
But this tweet came through whilst I was out, and I got told off for looking at my phone, but it was worth it because it was funny. It was from Colin Render, and it said NRL rookie final. Part of the draft was like, take me out. No likey, no lighty.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't do that tweet justice.
No, you really ballsed it up, didn't you? Do you want to start this segment again?
NRL
I don't think you should be allowed
to. The draft was like, take me out. # no likey, no lighty.
It was a very funny tweet, and it was very funny given how terrible the final episode of The Rookie was, and just how drawn out and long and stupid it all was. I didn't need 30 minutes of that. You could have trimmed the fat right off it. I know they've got to make a big production of it, but it just didn't work for me. The whole...
What I expected...
I like the little stories and stuff and going back to them, but you could have done that as another show, I think.
Well, they didn't have to do it 3 fucking times as they went along. What I was expecting, because they kept up this nonsense illusion that this was the 10th week or 9th week or whatever in a row that they've been doing stuff. Yeah. But we all know that the filming for the main part of the season finished in like early springtime.
Yes.
UK time, so early autumn, Australia time or whatever, because we know that halfway through the show they were at the grand final.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We also know from other reports Lou Fricksu was like home in March and then had an operation apparently and ready to go. Championship clubs calling out for you.
Yeah.
But we know players were back over here trying to get gigs.
Well, Dan Caprice was trialling with the Bulls in February.
So we know all this stuff. Yeah. So why did they keep up the pretense? What I would have preferred them to see is a little bit of what we've been doing with these 3 rookies since the competition.
Yeah. Because Lou Goodwin has taken the trouble not to have his fucking haircut in the entire time since then. That was more quiff than I'm used to seeing.
But you could see they were probably physically shaped even better than they were at the time of the competition.
Yeah.
And that, to me, said there was a story that should have been told there. Maybe they should have picked up like a video diary of their training regime or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Something like that would have been far more valuable than keep talking to their family in awkward interviews.
Yeah, I agree. No, it was disappointing.
It was a bit of an anticlimactic way to round it out. An hour and a half of absolute waffle, then rushing through the final moment where we had to sign the contract because they were dropping off air.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm loath to say this about anything that's got Aaron Merlin in it, but,
But we enjoyed.
Could have done with being short, and it was just a shame because we enjoyed the whole series generally, didn't we? And... it was just a bit of an anticlimax. However, congratulations to Lou Goodwin. I think it was...
we tipped it, didn't we? Probably from the start.
Pretty clear from early doors that he was, one of the 2 standouts, and that was the way that it went. The 2 that you would have perhaps picked got to the final 2, and Lou with age with youth on his side and what have you, probably was deservedly the winner. I would say
definitely, yeah,
absolutely.
What about the process then for? Well, we got a couple of tweets in on the actual show. Shall we go through them before we sort of round out the process?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
So, Cutthroat Jake said, "Is it just me, or could the NRL rookie have ended up with no clubs wanted him?"
Yeah.
FCEMA at Langers38 said, "Having just watched the NRL rookie final, the lad signed that contract faster than I click accept on T's and C's on iPhone. # no review."
Yep.
Dom Hodgson at the Hodge said, "Just watch the tedious final of the NRL rookie. So much fucking filler. Lou was a worthy winner though. A bit of an anticlimax though to go through all that, and at the end, most of the clubs didn't buy into the winner."
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Yeah, because I reckon almost all the clubs would have put him as their number 1 choice. In terms of the 3-2-1 score, he would have got 3s across the board. I would have expected.
Yeah.
Yet, only 2 clubs turned the light on.
Right.
He didn't even get to do the hilarious running around switching lights off.
No, which is absolutely. I don't know, and to be honest,
he only had to do the final flirt.
He's a halfback, isn't he? And he's
a second rower.
He's a second rower. Forgive me. Yes, of course he is.
Yeah.
He's still getting his camera though. You would think that he would struggle to perhaps.
Well, when you look around their pack, I mean, they've got people like Fensom sat on the bench, can't even get a gig in the back row. So,
He'd best not be dislodging Yorkshire's finest export, Elliot Whitehead.
Yeah, well, I doubt it. But, his squad. He's a squad player.
He is squad.
And
is Canberra not... Does he not play for Canberra's feeder team? Did he not play for the Mounties?
Yeah, he did for a bit.
Well, he'll probably be fucking back there fairly soon, then, won't he? It's all going to,
Yeah.
It's not really going to... That's not... It all seems fairly fucking pointless if a lad who at the start of the series was playing for the Mounties ends up back at the fucking Mounties mark, innit? He'd best fucking pull his finger out and get in that team.
I'm not sure if he dropped down a grade before the series, I'm not sure.
Well...
But either way, I think he's done a good... I think he was the...
He was definitely the best player out of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the Mounties have got a great signing there.
It's got a chance of getting a game or two, I think. If
is it a better chance than he had prior to that though?
Yes.
When he was still playing.
Yes, because he didn't have an NRL contract.
I see.
His contract was as a part-time rugby league player making up the numbers at a lower grade side, not as a
full-time rugby league player making up the numbers at a lower grade side.
But let's see what full-time rugby can do to the lad.
Yeah, absolutely. The full-time training environment. Yes, let's give him credit. Well, of course, he's been at the Sydney Roosters as well, hadn't he? And come up through there.
Would we want this sort of show over here?
No. Maybe. But
I'm interested to see what the
version is. With a 20-minute finale, though.
Or with a finale that actually shows some more than just filler. Yeah.
No, I would take a show like that over here. Yeah, absolutely.
Can you imagine how badly our profile?
Yeah, but then
anyone but Hemmings presenting it.
Can you imagine? Yeah, you'd give it to like.
I wouldn't even have that Jenna woman, to be honest.
No, she would end up being that though. She would end up playing the Erin role, and then I tell you what, you end up with bloody Phil Clark.
I think she finds it hard to read a photo cue.
Yeah, she doesn't do brilliantly, does she?
No. It's like, she's an Aussie lass in the back office. Let's pull her out front for this segment.
Absolutely. So you get Phil Clark playing Freddie Fittler, and then you end up with Barry and Terry. Well, no, you wouldn't, would you? You'd have to have a backs guy. So you end up with Barry or Terry, and then
John Wells, maybe. I guess.
John Wells. Yeah. I'd have it either way.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, congratulations. Just damn squid of ending, but congratulations to Lee Goodwin.
Yep.
On his place in the NRL rookie. SLP recommends this week, Mark.
Yeah, I don't really have a recommendation as such, but I just want to talk about the Olympics and how much I love it.
Yes, well, we've had it on whilst we've been recording, haven't we, tonight? And we've been enthralled somewhat by the exploits of our male synchronised divers, and then latterly by our male gymnasts.
Yeah, and what they can do. Like we were saying,
I was waiting for you to go, what they can do with their bodies, beggars belief. But that's true, isn't it?
They are incredibly crafted human beings. I mean, the dedication that goes into what ultimately is apparently an amateur sport in event. Yeah. But obviously these guys get a lot of endorsements and support along the way. But it's impressive, isn't it? It's brilliant.
Phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
I mean, we love what rugby league players can do week in, week out. And to be honest, a lot of these lads probably couldn't get on a rugby field, but they've got the shape and the strength and the physicality. It's just they do it in a different way, and it's no less impressive. I would suggest. I
got right into the Olympics 4 years ago, and I suspect I will again this year. I'm going to be watching someone you go home, given that the ladies rugby sevens team are in their bronze medal playoff game later on.
What I do want to say is names are flying along that are quality from the Olympics.
Yes.
You pointed out before the American diver Steele Johnson. Quality porn name sliding out there. But the woman who won the first gold medal of the tournament was an American woman called, and this is now giving me a new life ambition, but she's called Virginia Thrasher. So now what I want to do is set up the latest rugby league franchise in the USA rugby league in Virginia and call them the Virginia Thrashers.
That's fantastic.
Well, that'd be amazing.
Yes.
Let's get that started as a thing.
Hashtag Virginia Thrashers.
Yeah, let's get them on there. And she can be like, sort of like something to do with her event. It was shooting, wasn't it? Some sort of thing can be the logo or the mascot. I don't know.
We have to get Virginia Thrasher to like
a bit here.
You're off on a very strange tangent.
I certainly think that the Virginia Thrashers would be. They'd become my rugby league team if in America if that was to happen.
More like I think they're probably more like the Big Bang Theory bowling team, the Wesley Crushers, than anything else. To be honest, is probably where it's going to end. No. The Virginia Thrashers is probably going to be where, as in the Thrashers of Virginia.
Yeah.
But
I've enjoyed.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I've enjoyed becoming an expert in fencing, and then thoroughly disappointed. I went from loving Richard Cruz to thinking he was a total letdown. 2 chances he had to get me a medal, and he didn't.
Did he?
What else have I been loving? Bit of shooting before I came round.
Yeah.
Got well tense on the shooting.
I'm looking forward to the canoeing. I like the canoeing and the kayaking.
Slalom, and we're in actually with a good chance of 3 medals in that because David Florence, who was a medalist 4 years ago,
Yeah.
he was one of the best. I think he did his first run, was the best after the first run, didn't bother with his second run because he was that far ahead of the field in qualification. So he's got, I think it's Wednesday or Thursday they run in their next round. Then today he was in his pairs and did the same.